Okay, so in order to install one of these locks, all you're really gonna need is this lever removal tool and this screwdriver. I'm actually gonna use a power screwdriver just because I want it to be faster for the video. And what I'm gonna be showing you is how to take apart the right-handed XIC lock or interconnect lock. So here you can see this is the outside. So from the outside, this is how your lever should look. And then this is how the bevel should look from the outside. And then from the inside, it'll look like this. So first off, the first thing we should do in order to start taking it apart is remove this lever. So we're gonna use the lever removal tool. Here's a little prong. On the underside of the lever, there's a little hole. So all you have to do is put that prong inside the hole. And then once you find it, you just pull the lever removal tool upwards, and that presses a catch in, and now you can just pull the lever out and it'll come out. The next step is taking these two screws off. So I'm going to use a screwdriver, take the screw and the bottom one as well. We're gonna remove the cover. Now, there's 6 screws that we're gonna take off. But first, we wanna take off one battery, just so there's no power to the lock. So take off the battery, and then undo the 6 screws. So now, I'm gonna take off the battery tray. And then you see there's this little spindle here. This just comes off. So we're gonna move it to the side. Now we're gonna grab it here from the little connector and then just unplug it. It's pretty easy. And then we'll just place the battery tray down. There you will see 6 screws, and these are gonna be the last 6 screws that we're gonna take off. So again, just now we'll just grab it, the back plate, put down the screws, and you'll see here's your deadbolt, here's your latch bolt, and then on the outside you can just go grab the lever, pull it out. So since we're replacing the latch bolt, all you have to do is undo these 2 screws down here, and then just pull out latch bolt. So again, this is gonna be the outside of your door. So right now you would grab the new latch bolt that you just received, and then make sure that once you install it, it's gonna be in the center. Again, for a right-handed door, the bevel should be going this way. So once I install it, this bevel should be looking the same as you can see. So right now, the way that you can adjust the size, it's by rotating it, this little black hub. So you rotate it so it's in a diamond shape. Then you can pull left to retract it, or pull right to extend it. Once you have it extended or retracted to the size that you need in order for installation, then you would have to rotate it. So at the top, you can see, once I rotate it clockwise, then you can see at the top, there's a little prong that comes out. So if your prong is not showing like here, you would want to rotate it clockwise until you see it on the top. Once you have it adjusted and the prong is showing at the top, you would just go and install it. Again, you want to make sure that the bevel is facing this way, just for your right-handed door. Then once you have it installed, you make sure that this hub and the one for your deadbolt are both aligned. So that looks pretty good. Then we'll just screw in the latch bolt. So use the same screws that you took out. Now, what you're gonna do is you're gonna grab the scutcheon, the outside, and you're gonna route the wire above the deadbolt. So just make sure it goes above. And this spindle is gonna go through this black hub on the latch bolt. So just make sure it goes through. Now I'm gonna rotate it so you can see the inside. So on the inside again, the wire goes above the deadbolt. And in here, you can see the spindle from the front goes through the black hub. And then on the sides, you see two little posts go through the latch bolt. So now we can install the back plates. So the back plate, there's a little shelf on the back. So we just get the wire and route it through that shelf. And then place the back plate. At this point, you might want to have someone else help you and push the front assembly. Then we'll get the two big screws, put them at the top. Get the second one, and then screw them in. Now we'll get the 4 screws for the bottom part. And for the spindle for the deadbolt, so the spindle just goes in this hole here, and you see there's a little cross from the deadbolt, that little hub. So all you're gonna do is you need to make sure that the deadbolt is extended, and then make sure that your spindle is vertical, and then just put it in through that little cross, and it just goes in easily. Then we grab our battery tray, and we get the connector and just plug it in. There's only one way that you can plug it in, so if it's not easy to plug in, you probably should just flip it around. So we just plug it in and make sure we get the wire and kind of push it in at the top. The next part is making sure this indicator is rotated this way, so it's pointing towards the edge of the door. And then we just grab it in and then push it in, and then it goes in pretty easily. Make sure it's flush against the door. And then we just use the 6 screws that we removed in order to battery case. So I'm only gonna screw in 3 screws right now so we can test it. I'm gonna put in the last battery in there. So now that we put the last battery, we're just gonna try one of the codes that we had already programmed before. So I already had 147 programmed, so 147. And then I'm gonna try retracting the latch and the deadbolt from the outside. So once it's locked, I shouldn't be able to retract anything, but I should still be able to extend the deadbolt from the outside by rotating the lever upwards. So I'm just gonna rotate it. It extends it, but it does not retract the deadbolt or the latch. Also, the next thing you wanna make sure is that when you press the latch bolt, it extends. So again, try the code, 147, pound. Retract both. It locks. I'm not able to retract anything. I extend the deadbolt and it doesn't retract. That code I had already programmed, so just try one of the codes that you already had programmed or a key card that you had already programmed. Next, if that's working correctly, I'm just gonna put in the last screws that are missing and then install the back plate. So the back plate has to be pointing in the same direction as its indicator. Flex in, and then I'm just gonna do the 2 screws at the top and the bottom. So once the 2 screws are in, I'm gonna try the thumb turn, and it retracts the deadbolt, and it extends it. No issues. It's not hard or anything. Then I'll grab the outside lever, and this I should just be able to just press it in, and it should click into place. So once I do that, I again retract both the deadbolt and the latch bolt, and then I can also extend the deadbolt from the inside by rotating it upwards.